The names of the group members for this game-based learning activity are Kean and Johan. The game-based learning activity is about the subject of geography and is intended for grade 6. The content covered in this game-based learning activity will be the geography content for term 3 on page 31 in the CAPS document. This includes the following content: climate around the world, temperature maps, tropical rainforest, hot deserts, coniferous forests. This game is called GEO.
GEO. This is a practical explanation of the game-based learning activity GEO. So, to play GEO, you have to be familiar with the rules of the 30 seconds board game. If the learner is not familiar with the game, the teacher will explain the rules and the guidelines of GEO. The rules and guidelines. The teacher will divide the learners into groups of 5 that will compete against each other. The groups will all select a puck representing their team in the race. The aim of the game is to get your puck at the end of the finish line before all the other teams and win the race. In order to move your puck among the racetrack, the learner would need to correctly answer geography-based questions about all the work they've done so far in geography for term 3. For each correct answer, the teacher will move the puck 1 tile among the racetrack. The groups will draw a random card with random questions. Each round, one learner in the group will ask the questions while the rest take turns to answer. The students will have 30 seconds. The game will make use of a 30-second hourglass timer to answer all the questions on their cards. After one team finish answering the questions and the puck has been moved, it's going to be another group's turn to play the game. Okay, so to explain how the game works, I will play one round of GEO with you guys so you can see how this game works. Okay, so first off, the teacher will hand you your card with your questions. Okay, so now I've got my card. Now the teacher will take the hourglass timer, the 30-second hourglass timer, and he will flip it over. Okay, as soon as he flips it over, the student will need to ask the questions as quickly as possible and get the answers as quickly as possible before this timer runs out. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, what is the name of the largest tropical rainforest? The Amazon rainforest, and that is correct. Second question, name one continent where coniferous forests can be found. Asia, that is correct. 3, name one adaptation of plants to live in hot deserts. Thick leaves that store water, and that is correct. Question 4, I only answered 3 questions. Okay, so I can only move my puck 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now that I've completed my round, it's going to be another group's or another team's round to play the game. And the first team to finish the race and reach the finish line, they win the game.
Is the game aligned to the learning objectives? The game is aligned to the learning objectives of this content. The learners will be able to identify the different climates around the world and which areas have a specific climate and the reasons for. The learners will learn how animals adapt to certain climates and their habitat to survive. The learners will also learn about how different plants adapt to the climate in their habitat. What are the positives or accomplishments of the game-based learning activity? The learners will learn while having fun, which will make it easier to understand the work. And they will have the ability to apply concepts in real-life scenarios and retain information more effectively. The learners will have the ability to develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. The learners will collaborate more effectively with their peers.
The negatives or difficulties of this game-based learning activity is the fact that the board that we used is very small. So that means that the whole class would need to come sit at the front of the classroom in order to see what is going on. The second difficulty is having enough question cards. So we have to make sure that we do have enough question cards so that the cards do not repeat and that there's a new card for each round. So that means we would need about 50 to 60 cards to ensure that we do have enough cards for every round. That is the only difficulties we had to face during the making of this game-based learning activity, and the rest of the activity went well. I believe this game-based learning activity is an effective way for all the learners to revise the content that they learned in the third term, and it will be put to practical use by answering quick-fire questions in order to win a game. This is a fun game that engages the whole class, and it will grab all the learners' attention as they all want to win this game.